Howdy, folks. How's everybody doing? Brunick here. Woo. Mondays are a little hectic, so I do apologize. But I have an appointment that keeps me for a couple of hours on Monday, longer than normal, but I still want to try to get streaming in. So I will just be starting the instant those are over, and I can get everything set up. Setting up, as long as there's no other real obstacles, is generally like 10 minutes. So hopefully 6:10, 6:15 Central Time will be pretty commonly when we go live. So today I really want to try to mix and make what I used to enjoy in Path of Exile 1 in Path of Exile 2, which is a class that doesn't exist. That would be the Templar. So I liked using the Templar because it was a strength and intelligence mix, and I could play more like a commander in leading his troops into battle and less like a coward sitting in the back. So I want to really experiment and play with that idea. Everybody who knows me knows I love a challenge. So we are going to try to mix in some better survivability with a summoner witch. Now, I really debated between building this out of warrior or building this out of witch, but with so much of the shield kit based around fire type stuff, I really felt like the Infernalist was the right way to go with that. And maybe I'm wrong. If so, well, Brunick's wrong, and we'll figure it out together. Because, let me tell you. So, I did poke at this just a little bit to make sure that I wasn't completely crazy. But you'll notice here we're going to do a solo self-found hardcore. This means no grouping, no trading. Enforced by the game mechanics. And then hardcore, if we die, our character is kicked over to the normal leagues. I will probably restart. The objective here is to get as far as we can in this. And I really feel like the witch is the right way to go. Now, there's a couple of different things I want to play with in later builds. I have a build for a ranger I want to try, where I go with the poison specialist and also go with fire magic. I know. But I saw a specific notable in the tree that said that all blaze damage from burning could convert to chaos damage. And my mind just immediately went, ooh, what do we know that does more chaos? Oh, look. We have this ranger here with poisons and... So, anyway. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, I thought for a little while to go with the mercenary. But where he starts in the tree would take us so long to get anywhere. We would be almost better going with the monk. Just because, but we're going to go with the witch instead. Now, the reason we're going for witch is because Infernalist.
Your very own coven cast you out.
I really think that's going to be knock
Your twisted
on.
necromancy ends here, at the end of a noose. Speak your last.
Aw, it won't let me put a number there. All right. And then we'll just, final letter will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. Watch, we're going to die straight out of the tutorial.
The witch is escaping. Kill her.
So we'll see if we can make this work. anything on solo self-found is automatically harder. Anything on hardcore is automatically harder. So mixing the two kind of makes me excited. Everybody keeps complaining about how weak Warrior is. I haven't found it that way. I haven't gotten into maps with one yet. But I just feel like there's got to be some major curve.
You're alive. I'm glad to see another lit the mill. Now, I would appreciate it if you could. Reach clear.
Alright, our wand we will keep until we can get to town. I mean, we're going to need some skill gems before we worry about too much. I do not know what's in my hardcore chest. It should be very little. My my hardcore characters this season I've not made very many, and they've not gone very well because I wanted to test so many other things. And this game, unless you're really actually skilled, which is not an affliction I suffer from, generally runs are short-lived. Alright, we're going to grind this out. We can probably get through Act 1 without too much trouble. Okay. So it was up here. No? Oh, nope, there it is. I'm an idiot.
This oozes darkness. I welcome
So much for the speedrun championships here. So, this Unearth skill does physical damage instead of magic damage, and gives us little minions that love jumping.
out of mana.
You'll notice you can target corpses. Little skeleton rips out of them immediately. And these guys are vicious.
My first taste of true power.
Alright, and the Miller should be right here. We've gotten almost 0 item drops.
The miller, I presume.
Easy dodges. This will actually only make it easier for us. Maybe eventually, but not today. Not to you. I'll die in some other fool way in Act 1. It won't be to you. We're close to getting an actual hitless run. Oh, still we did that right there. I said it. I spoke it into the universe here. Oh, the witch is so slow.
Size, but little acuity. Dismal.
Alright. I can already see. Always highlight. There we go.
Well done.
So let's see what we've got in terms of gold, material, things like that. Of course, we only get boots.
A kind leader.
Dark one.
Welcome to the camp of the all. I fear this land.
Alright.
Out there. Trust me.
It could be.
No, these
It's always something.
I care.
And that is for the
Take a look.
new stuff. Okay, we're gonna check these boots. but move speed. Okay.
Stick to the...
Okay, we will now disenchant everything because, especially on a fresher account, those materials are worth infinitely more to you than anything else. Alright. We've got a couple of these. You won't always... You will get these as you get them. Using them on your scepter is almost always going to be superior early on. Our options here, energy shield or spell and minion damage. We will obviously take spell and minion damage. We are going to kind of continue along that path, and then we're going to cut this way specifically to get into some more defensive nodes to try to get some armor, some strength, some things of that nature before we get too far into this. Now, to start with, on the mace side of things, there are no shield skills. So we are going to work our way through all of the... Work our way through as a witch for the moment. And try to get some of this done. But... And also, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, the build, why I think it's going to work, all that other fun jazz, we can go over all of those things. I am happy to talk about them. Would help if we had any kind of armor here, any kind of anything. There's... Oh! Yeah, let's not have to start this run over already. That would be tragic. And you know, it would help if I would actually use the skill that I just spent the points on. So with the Witch and with Contagion and Unearth, the Contagion spreads to even the little minions, which they then spread to other mobs. Anything that dies with Contagion spreads it to everything, including the Unearthed pets. So you basically end up with the Plague Wave. There's the Mud Burrow.
The darkness subsides. What a pity. Something foul stirs beneath the surface.
And the more we get rolling like this, the crazier things get, because the Contagion, the longer it lasts, the more damage it does. So it's kind of a natural way to amplify it, just to get it stuck on a bunch of stuff. Alright, let's go back and check our... I thought I saw a chest over here, or drop items. Uh-oh. That didn't bode well. I don't know if that showed up on stream. We had a literal just frame spike. It didn't look like it affected game. It looks like the game paused for a half second before and after, so I don't think it's anything dangerous, but... when playing hardcore, nobody wants that kind of stutter. Okay. Where... There we go. And by the way, these wolves that she has here, yep, free pets. Alright, she's stunned.
Infection.
We need just a second for our minions to spawn. There we go. And then we should be able to kill her pretty quick here. There we go. Alright, that cleared that. There's one other thing I want to find while we're here. Okay, we have gloves. Rarity and life and fire resist. Not shabby. We will definitely be replacing those at our first convenience. But they're a start. Any gear is better than no gear. Poorly magicked gear is better than no gear. Hey. Yep. Okay. We swapped that out because evasion rating is not going to be it.
Your soul.
Okay, so what we're looking for is there's a small encampment around here somewhere with a note that gives you a skill gem inside of a chest, and we would like that skill gem. Please and thank you. There it is. And then into the mud burrow.
A descent into darkness.
Yep.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hopefully we can get slightly better gear while we're here. We need to get our little army moving. There we go. Oh. Yes, please. All right. What did we get in all that? Skill gem. Is there anything we need here? Not really. I want the tank over the poison. If I had a bunch of support gems that would have extra room, I would do the thing with the poison arrow where you have it break their armor. Since our spell does physical damage, this actually works well. But they were nerfed so heavily. They provide very little damage. Hordlings, go! Plotting for mana. There we go. Well, we won't need wisdom scrolls for a little while. There's a bone wand. Nice. Alright, now we need the boss. We're just rearranging to make things a little neater here. I'm going to go ahead and identify this. It might be better than what we're dealing with. In every way, it's better than what we're dealing with. Alright, that changes our attack. Okay, interesting.
I will squash you.
I don't know that I've used this particular wand before. Seems like a delayed AoE. Still a better wand with the spell damage and everything else than the... Let's see if we can... Oh yeah, there's also a pretty high stun value. That's nice. This should be the worm's lair. Oh, how did we miss that? What, 3 times? I know I'm out of it, man, but not that bad.
What a pretty worm.
That was the most white girl. Alright, we're just trying to keep contagion going and keep our wand shots on... Now that there's ads on the field, we actually want to focus them specifically so that we can do that, because that will increase our DPS exponentially. And there we go. Yeah, as soon as there were ads in, we were good.
The raven always outsmarts the worm.
Okay. Don't think there's too much else in here. We found the hatchery already.
You should have served me! Image!
Because this is hardcore, because this is solo self-found, you cannot afford to miss any looting opportunities in easier areas, because you will outstrip your level and you will die horribly to random nonsense trash mobs, and then your hardcore run is over. So you do actually have to think about it, and I don't advise skipping content unless you just feel like you're ridiculously OP. And if it's solo self-found and you're feeling ridiculously OP, good on you.
Too much clutter.
Really? I might can fit it. Okay. Nice. More loot. Not anything good for us, but still more loot. I keep hoping we're going to get even just a basic shield. When that happens, what's going to happen is we're going to transition to a shield and a scepter for the time being. That is going to not really affect our clear as we've been playing it. It'll affect my ability to click on stuff. Goodness. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything. We're going to step back into Clearfill here just so we don't lose this zone. I don't want to have to re-clear the whole zone.
So
Yeah. Thank you. That was why I did all of that.
Oh, now this one.
Alright, let's look at what we got here. Look at some armor to it. Probably not enough for us to deal with. I don't think we can really do anything to level 4. So we're going to keep going with our Unearth skill. It is physical damage. Now, our objective here is eventually going to be to use Shield Bash or Armor Strip. And then Unearth, because it's physical damage, to try to burst things down. That might not work out. But that's kind of the thought process right now. That's what we're looking at. And I like making things up as I go, so that's what we're doing.
What have we got? Anything take your fancy? Stick to the carrots.
All right, we're going to disenchant the Felled Great Club. All right, we're going to identify a couple of these and then sell the rest.
I've collected these over time.
All right, we're going to keep this because we don't have a belt.
Another for my collection. Thank you.
Barely worth identifying.
Bye.
All right. Ugh, that's a really crappy shield.
These are just... I will treasure it.
Stay safe if you
All right,
can.
everything else in the stash. Right now, we really don't... I mean, we can do something with, like, the unearth skill here. Alright. And we're good to go. Moving. Probably shouldn't be running. It's a little disrespectful. We'll be shield charging into stuff here in a little bit. We have enough gold. We'll probably have to end up buying a shield about the same time as we buy a scepter. Thankfully, I think we'll probably have enough crafting materials. I think we have enough, and I think we'll get more that we can probably do that without any kind of issue. They don't have to be OP. I mean, it's better if you're playing hardcore, if you have really good gear lined up. I won't say this is our first hardcore character of the season, but it's really, really close. I don't even have 1,000 gold in the inventory.
My knowledge grows deeper.
All right. Got a level 2. It is. Nice. Level 2 just makes our skeleton warrior stronger. Adding the resonating shield for the armor strip is going to feel so satisfying, I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to be sad. If so, that's okay.
Well, well.
What happened
Who
here?
is this that adorns the Tree of Souls?
This shade to release. There is a Renly will know.
We need to come finish the abyss over here. We need to not get stand up. We need to not stand in the poison. Ugh, I did not mean to grab that. We'll leave the oak great hammer. It's so big. Wow, come on. There we go. Now we're looking for the witch. We're looking for the exit. We're looking for the other exit. There are two separate exits here. Okay. There we go. There's... Alright, let's step through Red Veil. I will go ahead and clear Redvale. It shouldn't take us long.
Blood, bones, and perhaps this is what we need.
We've done this enough times on solo self-found, even non-hardcore.
Impudent undead.
Just keep walking. Let's
I can create better.
And we found the abyssal mobs. Oh, that's bad. We don't want to be on this side. What a mess.
To serve me.
Thankfully, the messier things get, I mean, sure. And there we go. We'll get this next. And also, I just want to say, if anybody can think of a better subclass
Infection.
than Infernalist for this, I'm all ears. I'm willing to try anything.
I can create better.
All right, that Blazing Crush Shield might actually do us some good. Oh, there's that too. All right. We'll probably need to go back and put those in our stash here in a minute so we can play with them. I'm trying not to spend all day here. Right now, scrolls of wisdom are valuable. Later on they won't be, but right now they are. May have to go back. Been leaving decent drops on the ground. We don't have anything amazing at the moment, so I'm not stressing about it. But Did I... I guess it's up here? No, let's not get caught sprinting. The number of PoE2 death compilations I've seen. Somebody was in no danger, sprinted, got hit with a lucky something, and whoop. Okay. Maybe this little pixel down here? That really was not what I was expecting. All right, we are almost there. There it is. Up here in the corner.
There's the third.
Remember, we are strongest right after we've killed a bunch of minions, so that's... I am very happy for that to be how this rolls. Nice stun up. Oh, I didn't realize he's got summoned up. There we go. That'll kill him fast. Ooh.
Very loud and very dull.
Alright, let's go back.
Sorry, I was...
I don't want to disenchant that or that. I thought I had some... I guess not. Maybe it was just on the ground. Okay.
Stay safe.
We will instead go here. Oh, that's what we were looking for. Mace, shield charge. I needed a little more strength. Okay. For now, let me check her inventory.
Sorry. Please, I will treasure it.
For a better scepter. What level are we? 9? Oh, 7. We're a long way from 10. Okay. Then we will look at this. I'm going to hit that with a couple of things. Then we're going to... Let's identify all of these. Maximum life and intelligence. Only 18 armor. All right, we're going to... There we go. Then all that can be sold. Yeah, we don't need evasion rating. That bonus is too good. Okay, we'll just sell everything else.
Goodbye.
Here are your spikes, but I would ask. Anything take your fancy?
The tree must bend to my will now.
We're going to hold on to that. See if there's anything in here worth picking up. For anybody who wasn't familiar, you can look at the outer edges here and see coloration. And it will tell you the rarity of things. Or no coloration means no rarity. So that you can quickly glance over a page without having to click on each individual thing. If you didn't know already, today you learned. Whoa! Okay, that just happened. Both of those are amazing bonuses. We're actually going to hit this again because... Woo! Okay. I'm sad that we're not a much higher level and I can't, like, super roll that. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, that's right. I still don't have that. We'll hold it. We'll hold it. We have anything in here? A couple of unidentified things. I don't think we got any uniques in what few runs we did. A couple of runes, yeah. We hadn't accomplished much on this end of things. Alright, so now we need a new primary attack. That will... We're actually going to switch this here, and then for now, Raise Shield will be here as a reactionary thing. It will eventually be Resonating Shield. We will get there. Oh. Okay, yeah, I clicked it. Boom, 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 boom. What is... Yeah, we'll go here. I'd like the extra mana shield, but it's not an essential thing. Okay, and that's all of the Red Veil. Next victim. And we were fast enough, indeed. I think it's going to be right in here, so we'll just not sprint, despite our instincts. Our instincts are bad.
Insolent wretch! Die!
Yeah, because we still have the tree boss, we still have the witch, we still have the other entrance to find. So we got a ton going on here. Ooh, fancy mana flask. But we also have like this entire middle section to uncover, so... There we go. Oh, here's the witch.
A sister in the Grellwood? Curious.
You're so weak.
Another corpse to serve.
You tarried too long, dear sister.
We're also just got quite a lot of power at the moment. I really need to deal with all the excess spirit that I have and do something with it. Where, oh, where is the... Aha! The moving bramble.
What a beautiful monstrosity.
You don't want to be anywhere near that when he does it.
It's a pity to end you, monstrous weed.
All right, and then we need the teleporter out of here. Teleporter is the wrong word. The exit. There we go. Grimtangle. That's where we were headed next. All right, so we're here to get this waypoint so that we can then jump to this waypoint. Just because it's a little faster. We had to come here anyway.
Good. You have them.
Yep, we have all the rune spikes. Anything. Yes.
He's unconscious, but stay safe if you can.
Beggars cannot be choosers, sweetheart, is what your father's trying to say. When you ask the child for a favor and you really just don't care, you really just want something nice.
Stay safe if you can.
Okay, we need one more level. We need some jewelry around here. We're in bad shape. We want to... Yep, we definitely want to identify that. Oh, a lifesaver. Woo. Okay. Now we should be able to sell all of this.
I heard you're heading for anything take your fancy?
If you were really serious about this, you would hold on to the superior stuff and you would hold on to the stuff with sockets in it. You were like super serious. I'm not that serious. I think we go this way, even though it's
survive well in that.
the damage that we're fixing to start doing is going to be based on the armor on the shield. So that's whoa, no. Those are too valuable.
I'll find some use for that. Till next time.
That was a mistake on my part. I really wanted a level 3. We have one. Yep. I hadn't done anything to change it. I don't know why I think it would change. Yeah, we're just not burning our support gems yet. We don't really have enough to make it worth burning. Our skills, we haven't really decided what we're doing enough to burn them. And on hardcore, any resources you don't burn are better. Just because you're not ever sure. Any resources saved or resources for another character.
If the Fae spirits are still
When you do something dumb. Man, we're nowhere near leveled yet.
the old magic still thrive.
Death and decay!
Hurry.
Oh, I want out of that. Get our army going here. Oh.
None can oppose me.
There's stuff everywhere. I don't know where to stand. The MMO player in me is hurting. There's no safe place to stand. Oof, I did not realize that was still running. Hold on just a second, folks. I thought I had all of my work stuff still down, but apparently I was a little too quick to jump in. Let me double check everything else real quick. All right, we are good. That's what happens when you manage a global team. Every once in a while, you make those kind of boo-boos. Nice. Maybe we can get some stats on that. Right now, we're thriving off of white items, and that's terrifying. Okay, I think we need to, yeah. You gotta really watch where we stand. We're gonna end up dying to an exploding body or to a poison pool here. We don't really watch ourselves. Especially when it does something like that. Nice! Another skill gem. As soon as we level, that will be super useful. Ooh, footwear. Let's see if that footwear's worth putting on. Oh, yeah. Yes, please. We're holding on to that for later. Holding on to that for later. Why did we pick that up? Because Brunette got click happy. That is the answer. Shame on Brunette. Okay. It's a dead end. I probably shouldn't have picked that up because we don't have the blacksmithing table yet to disenchant that stuff, but good habits. It is of almost no value to us here unless we want to really like micromanage ourselves. Y'all haven't figured it out yet. That's not really me. I have fun trying silly things. People complain about their OP builds not being able to one-shot bosses, and I just want to survive the game and have a good time. So where's the boss? Because I feel like we should have encountered him before we got to this room. Did I lose my mind? Did we fight him? No, he's here. Okay. I mean, maybe that was fate telling me I needed to skip this one.
This druid has seen better days.
We obviously don't really have any damaging spells out at the moment, so... Uh-oh. Brave Sir Robin ran away, bravely ran away. Oh, we stunned him out of the teleport. Oh, that was not what I wanted. We survived that through dumb luck and circumstances.
At
Okay.
least he died in a place he loved, or some such nonsense.
I agree on the nonsense part. Okay. We still haven't leveled? Did I get that far ahead of the curve? Oh, there's level 3 skeleton warrior minions. Ours are level 3 currently. Oh, yes. Necklace must go on. At least it's there. At least it's a bonus.
Quickly! My family has been abducted! That bug I sent.
I love
I
the
don't
voice
take
acting they
orders from
did
you, but
with
I
this
do love
with that particular quest. I know it probably bothers some people, but as somebody who likes doing voices and likes using them to show that kind of emotion, I love what they did. All right, we're going to look for both of these. Again, we're not speedrunning per se, but I am trying to be somewhat efficient. Unless this is a god roll, it doesn't matter. Oh! That's pretty close, honestly. Man! The only thing that doesn't have is the extra spirit. Which is also fine. Alright. We can sit here and stare at it all day. There we go. There's that level we were looking for. So we can grab that strength node right there. Apply. Perfect. Now we should be able to go get that level 3 skill we were looking for. I know most people are like, why? That's not even a great skill. You'll see. It will make a little more sense, I promise. It's about using it as mobility to get out of bad situations and to do something that this particular class struggles with, and that is stunning. And I feel like it's going to work way better than y'all think. Get this abyssal cleared. I do not like him standing over there. I was worried about what I couldn't see. Like I said, with this build, the more chaos that emerges, the better. Alright. That was not what we wanted. Regal Orb. Very nice.
I think not.
Alright, let's pick this up. Relatively worthless base stat on it. We'll hold on to this. I'm all good for Gamba crafting. I love that mechanic that they have. I love the way that it works. But if you start with trash and you don't have infinite resources to make it not trash, all right, we're going to step in here to hit the waypoint. Just so if we take too long in one of these cemeteries, we don't have to rediscover all the rest. Perfect. Oh, come on. We also need the grave, which looks like it's probably right here. Yep. Oh no, this is Tomb of the Consort. Okay, we also need to step out and find the grave. There is always here a graveside on one of the edges that always drops a ring. Or maybe it's a ring or an amulet. It might be either or. But right now, on hardcore, with us being resource poor, we're going to want to find that. Now, I'm just coming here so we can get more map clear, not because I expect maybe it's here. I like my map tidy. Ish. Oh, we almost missed that. I'll burn one for this. 2 additional runes. I told y'all I like to gamble on this stuff. Nice. All right. Now, not to die.
Locked away. Not for long.
We gotta watch out because we don't know what all was in those packs. But the more suffixes and prefixes it has on it, the nastier the stuff gets. I want to make sure we don't get caught off guard and die accidentally. Because we decided to juice that box. There we go.
Serve me.
Looky there. I don't know that it was worth it, but that's a lot of good resources. All right, do we want to keep gathering this? We're going to need to go this way eventually. So we're just grabbing the strength nodes that are this way. Because we have to build some strength in early. Like, required. I have room for that. I do. Let's go back to town. So the strength is to allow us to equip the shield skills, which we can now do.
Sorry, I was just... Finn makes fun of my collection, but I will treasure it.
Okay, so...
Another for my collection. Thank you.
Most of these barely worth the 25 gold. We were going to try to craft that. We're definitely going to try to craft that. And potentially craft that. Okay. Anything interesting? We do still need to get back to try to find that ring.
Any lurkers about?
Why was I talking to him? Not what I intended to do. All right, level 3 skill. Now we can finally go into our shield here. Now, the reason this works, and is what I'm about to do, the only thing that makes this work is as part of the shield charge, you bring up your shield. So it is a reactive and defensive thing all at the same time. It is a sprint without the opportunity for you to get knocked out of that sprint. There are so many things about the way it behaves that it's just... Now, in an ideal fashion, I had one of those to throw at this, but I don't. Oh! That's kind of crazy. Okay. I didn't figure that would be any good, but I figured I'd look at it. Alrighty. Cheat codes confirmed, I guess? I don't know.
Hello. Finn makes fun. Oh, I like this one.
All right, we're not making use of the spirit right now. Let me... All right, we're starting to get a couple of gems. I might start cutting some supports just to kind of help us out a little bit. Okay, I can get 2. Dang. Alright, I'm going to burn half of my support gems. Remember, because this is hardcore, sometimes it gets a little crazy. Oh, yeah. We're multi-shotting that. And then with Contagion will probably be the other one I do. Maybe not. Maybe we'll look at... The prolonged duration might be worth it. I don't want to spend too much time looking at all this. We'll have 2 of these, so... Alright, let's see how that goes.
Welcome. If I don't got it, spirits.
I hear you. Leave me alone.
I guess I can help move.
Alright, let's go.
Farewell, hero.
The +1 Dominion skill on the helmet is a little crazy. Okay. Oh, that's right. We have shield charge now. All right, here's what I was looking for earlier. These memorials always have a sarcophagus, and there is always a ring or an amulet there. Always. And especially in hardcore or solo self-found, where everything you get is of value.
Image! A lovely creature!
Nice. Anybody starting to see the vision now? Wait until we actually add resonating shield and shouts into here. Oh, the arsonists were faster than me. I gotta say, I have never once used the arsonists on any of my witch builds. I'm already kind of liking them. Oh, my. Let's go. I wish I could have the arsonists auto detonate and set specific mobs as a auto detonate. So to always use the bone guys as a living bomb, for example. I don't know how the game would set that up, but that would be nice. Oh. Okay, so we should be able to get there going this way. I didn't see this opening earlier. Hey, Burnick, why did you think this would work? I have no idea. Wait until we can actually get some auras and stuff. We start juicing our team. Danny D, what's up? You need a nap? I do not blame you at all. How was work? I know this is anniversary week for your workplace, so those are always crazy in the... You skipped class to sleep in and you're still tired. You're not supposed to admit those kind of things out loud there, sweetie. Ooh, a nice shield. Armor's kind of low. The extra strength would be nice, but that's okay. Oh. We are on the struggle bus today, that is for sure. Alright, this will give us some flat protection as we stun things. It was so busy today, your head hurts. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie. Hopefully you can get some relaxation, recharge to go again.
Infection!
You got KFC for the first time today? All right, and how was it? I know you had some expectations going in. I know you had some varying expectations going in.
Depraved witch, you are not long for this world. Cut down. These spirits are mine. Your meaningless life ends now. Perish. Cut down.
Damage is definitely better.
You cannot stop me. Perish.
I love being able to use that reactionary.
Your soul is mine. Rend your soul. Perish.
Easy.
Give it a rest. Your empire is no more.
All right, I can look up now. Pretty Fire reminds me a lot of Brooks Brothers chicken. Which is funny because if you told somebody else that who wasn't familiar, they would be like, what? They would feel like that was an insult. And in most cases, rightfully so. All right, we're going to teleport back to town, unload all of our bags. Because Lord knows Brunick collects a lot of junk. It's a really nice shield, but it's also not at the same time. We're just going to disenchant everything. All goes in the stash. And away we go. I think I would still place Brooks Brothers Chicken above KFC. Brooks Brothers Chicken holds a special place in my heart. I hear you. It's that childhood favorite.
You should have served me!
Sit down. Let's go! Minion army, charge! This is so ridiculous. Why is this working? All right, we need to go back to this loot box over here. All right, we are definitely identifying it first. Holy, freezes you when activated. Oh, Lord. All right, we were able to dodge out of that. Dodge roll is so nice. Raw!
Something special, I hope.
All right, what was all? That was it. All that was for that. Okay, game. I guess. Loot's only good when Freena's in the room. Is that what happened? Did she leave? She did, in fact, go to the kitchen. That is what happened. So, for those unfamiliar with my wife, Freena, anytime she is in a game or present around a game, we got more soccer coaching. Anytime she is around a game or around it, what? Why are we spirit fingering? Oh, thank you. She has the damnedest luck. We had a 0.1% chance of a drop in Warframe. We had been working it all day. She walks in and asks us what we're doing, and it drops. Twice in a row. Not kidding. It's just... That's what happens. You just learn to accept it. Okay, what if... Here, I thought my bag was going to be near full. Ooh. Alright, so we're going to upgrade that into a magic item. We're going to add a new modifier. Those both suck as modifiers. I'm not wasting an exalt on that. But it's better than a little bit of life regen. Alright. That makes me really sad. None of that was good. Alright. Now, see, I want to do a full friend multiplayer build, and I want to do an aura and support and debuff character, just because that's literally just me. That's me in a nutshell. And I want to just go around and make everybody else god tier. And I feel like playing a stun supporty aura-based thing would be really fun. But I tend to play solo self-found, so that means trading's not really an option for me. I laughed when they did the stupid, that's not fair. It was big for a lot of people, the trading system that they added into the game, and I'm like, yeah, but what good does that do the rest of us? But I get that not most people don't.
Death and decay.
Wit and rot. Conquer, my love, I call to you.
Oh, we want out of here. Oh, there we go.
Conquer.
Oh. And we got her.
I hate to put down a sister witch. but you
Stream
have
just
it
lagged.
coming.
I'll look at it on my side. You never know when Twitch is just having a day. Ooh, we're starting to get some stuff. I mean, that's useless to me, but still, it's stuff. All right. Let's get out of here. And this is where Freckles and I go. Oh, why are we doing that? Just use the checkpoint. Go.
You have the keys. Do my
Yes,
eyes
we
begin
have
to
the
see?
keys.
At last, it's open! Praise the first ones! What is this? Graves, Isabel, Torquil, Callum, the family of Count Lachlan of Ogham. My family! This doesn't make any sense! They're dead! Those bastard Eternals! I must make them pay! I must make them suffer!
Ooh, that was almost bad. Nope. Nope. We don't want to be there. I get you're mad, dude. I get it. We're about to stun him. Alright, he's stunned. Get to murdering, boys. Now's our chance. Nope. And there we go.
Your dreary little tale is over, old man. I think not.
I think so. Ugh, okay, yeah, we might have to come back for it. You think that was a bit dramatic? I mean, maybe. He did find out that he was tricked and his family was dead, and had been for a very long time. Like, maybe somewhat valid.
How long?
This
Yes.
so
Ah.
faulty.
Identify my stuff.
This hooded one is. Here's what I've got.
Alright, that's not useful to us. We're going to disenchant those. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Look at this. Alright, we lose movement speed, but we get increased rarity. I understand that that is not the popular choice, but that is what I'm doing. Alright, we're definitely switching out the flasks here, and we'll put the flask in the stash. We're going to put this necklace in the stash just because, again, a bonus that exists is better than no bonus. All of that. Then we want to disenchant these pieces with Una.
Yes?
And I'm going to hold this and put it in the chest, too. That's a really kicking bow. But with it being solo self-found, it has to be a character I'm going to make. Was there anything else here, there? Essence drain wouldn't be terrible. We can grab Infernal Cry. I appreciate that you think my stream is worth having that kind of advertisement on, but no, it is not. All right. Let's grab here. The next thing that we're really going to want, the skill that's really going to set this thing on fire is right here. Skill level 5, the Resonating Shield. That's where things are going to get real fun. All right. And away we go.
Hold up a moment.
Nah.
See that? Don't worry. Ready? Go on then.
You down. Die.
I need the deer not to notice.
Don't lose
Okay,
sight of
there we
it.
go. Don't lose sight of it as it runs off. I always hated this mechanic.
Spirit, guide us.
We're going to make all the mobs stronger, so they're harder for you to win again, so that you can get more loot. I mean, fair, but also...
There's our target. Strike fast. We're wearing it down. Don't let up.
You get off of me?
Strike through.
Another corpse to
That's
serve
what a
me.
good hunt.
We may hold on to that bow if it's any good. And that fire quiver. Okay.
A fine little trinket.
The forbidden books don't mention anything like this altar. I should ask a local.
Sacrifice all the things. Skill gem level 4. So the arsonists are actually doing the most work,
This is ominous.
which is kind of crazy. All right. And we're just going to keep going up into the minion damage. So we're going to be coming up through here, and we're going to be heading out through some of these nodes that are more minion focused. And then we will also be heading this way for some more shield and armor breaking type stuff. So that's kind of the path that we're headed at the moment.
Now see, I used to freak.
That's a lot of circle thingies. Every single one of those is a skill.
But now I'm gonna.
Yes, this is the skill tree. If you ever wanted to feel just like overwhelmed. Well, but here's the deal. Every class starts in one place. We started here. You only have 2 options. Damage, defense. And then you just kind of keep going with that line of thinking. Damage, defense. We can see where all my points went.
Get while the getting's good.
Death and decay.
All right, and there's all kinds of bosses in here we need to kill. 2, I think. They're theoretically optional, but you don't want them to be optional. It's really not as overwhelming as it seems from the outside. I know that a lot of things are that way. Like, people get overwhelmed by Valorant and all the stuff going across the screen. Like, cool, valid. As you play it more, you're like, no, I get it. I understand it. The more you play a game like this, the more you're like, wait, your skill tree doesn't do that? Like, how am I going to build my crazy character that nobody's ever seen? The answer is you're not. Reposition. Okay, we need to come up here and check. I did not. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now, as with almost every exit, go through it and grab the waypoint. That way, if something happens to your map, you need to quit or whatnot, at least then you have a waypoint to get back to. Let's use our skill point. 20% increased minion damage. That's going to go for our arsonists and for our little skeletal scorpion things. I don't know what to call them. No matter what, I'll say it counts for our warriors, but realistically, they're just here to hold the line. We love their gusto, but they're bait. And see, Danny, what you would enjoy about this game is finding a build that did what you wanted it to do and just following a guide. And that's great. And I recommend to people who aren't sure what to do that. It's better than not playing. But 2 checkpoints. Oh, okay. It's him. One of said bosses. All right, and I think there's another one right here. Oh, no, this is the entry to Freythorn. Well, this is the second one, and it's very different than the first. I know that that's not... That sounds like a no-duh statement, but it looks very much like the first one, graphically, but under the hood, the game works completely differently. So many of the unnecessary complex systems in PoE 1 that kind of gate-kept the game are gone, like, entirely. The movement is so good now. Because it used to... I don't know why I thought they were enemies. The mouse click movement used to be what threw off a lot of people. And for good reason. It's not natural unless you grew up playing these kinds of games or MOBAs, so it makes barrier to entry hard. Where here now they've adopted a WASD.
Soon you'll be dead.
And I cannot say enough about how much I like it.
Playing?
To be fair, we're playing a little rough.
Yes. Show me what you've got. Image!
Stunned out of the combo. Very nice. And dead.
Oh, we were just getting started.
Nice. Book of Specialization. Wow. We're not going to be able to... Yeah. Alright, we'll be back. I will come back for you. Hooded one to identify.
I don't know how it's in my...
Una wants us to collect her instrument. Oh, that's a really nice bow. We're going to hold on to that. We're going to hold on to this quiver, too. I don't necessarily expect to
Stay safe.
play solo Southbound Ranger, but when you have nice gear on your doorstep and you can't trade it with anyone, you might as well make use of it. All right, we'll upgrade Contagion just because. I'd like to upgrade it to 4 directly, but that can take time. All right, 2 extra points. Good night, Freckles. All right, so that was both bosses and both exits. So we should be good to go. Why are y'all so intent on going this way? Okay, because y'all saw something. Yeah, you know, that's part of the path to self-improvement.
Power to wield.
Unheard of. Yeah, well. Oh! That'd have been bad. Nice. Alright, we definitely want to go to Freythorn first, but I wanted to cut through that fog just in case there was something there. We're going to go over here to the farmlands. We're going to take this checkpoint. We're going to take it over here. And go to Freythorn so that we can get our spirit abilities. Minions! The more of you I kill, the more of you I can kill more. That didn't make any sense. Let's not do that. Okay. We're not going to try to make up songs on the fly. That's definitely not my specialty.
Don't whisper at me from the dark. I am the shadows.
I do like her swagger. Ready for soup season, huh? That needs to be a folk album really bad. I'm gonna need somebody to get on that. We have stick season. We need a folk album for soup season. we can mix it with that unique sound that is a giant gumbo pot coming out of storage for the first time. That can be the percussion. Oh. Nope, I don't want to be here anymore. We were on the wrong side of that fight. Felt like I was playing Helldivers again.
Right. Ah. So this is where the darkness is hiding.
Alright, so we can't go any further than that. We gotta find one more of these little ritual sites. I bet it's over here where we've barely been.
I can't believe. Please. Hero.
Dooby-dooby-doo. Just get me away from those plants. See, I just know Danny D's over there with songs from Noah Khan stuck in her head now. Oh, this is not a good boss for us.
None can oppose me.
Siphons mana. Alright, he's down. Okay, so I want to double check where we're headed with myself here. We're just kind of looking at the nodes in the area. I swore there were a whole bunch of minion nodes right here. Okay, there's some of them. We're gonna... There we go. We're gonna light up all the... There! That's what I was looking for. Was this set of nodes. There's also some up here. For minion tankiness. Alright, so that makes that path we took this way so much easier to deal with. Though we could probably... I think we can refund these 3 points and go this way with them. And not run into any issues. So let's do that right there. And apply the point. Then let's go back to... What's his face really quick?
How can I...
Time to change plans.
We're going to refund... Alright, so if we do that, we should be able to. It should tell me if there's anything that needs more points, and we don't have anything, so. Alright, I am pretty sure. Alright, we're good. I can still use this. Yes, I can. Okay. Then we are definitely good.
Hey, take a punt. You know you want to. Feel well, hero.
Where's Una? Disenchant all of this. Dang. Actually, really, we're not disenchanting that. I don't expect to ever use a two-handed warrior. However, I am not against the idea.
It seems shadows haunt his
So much so that I would throw away such a beautifully crafted starter set there. All right. Next. All right, we do need to be on the lookout for another of the minion staves. Ours is getting a bit long in the tooth here. We're not relying on our melee minions for damage. However, you cannot think that they don't do any. And their health will also start getting outscaled relatively quickly. Oh, great. I was completely wrong. Alright, we're going to go this way. I don't think it's this way, but that's about what I figured I would find. Look at me drifting through here. Go down. The amount of satisfying that is cannot be understated. There's definitely some placebo. At least for me.
None can oppose me.
Nice, a better shield. I think what we need is over here in this corner, and maybe I'm wrong. But I need to turn around and double verify, double check. Okay, I was wrong. Runic is allowed to be wrong.
Death and decay.
Where is this last little... Okay, here it is. My goodness, literally hiding in the corner over here. He just wanted to make sure I never found it. Don't laugh at me. Oh, you're going to give me minions before the boss. That's right. That's going to make this boss run go amazing. Probably head to bed. No problem, sweetie. I know you were at work.
Invasive growth. Thorn crypt. You are seen.
The voice actor that voiced that. Holy.
Thorn crypt.
Is your throat okay, bro? Probably not. Or you're German.
The Wildwood's power is mine.
You're very welcome, sweetie. It's why, part of why I do this. Oh, wow. Oh. Let me out. Got him. Nice. I wish we could use the, I wish we could use non-armored shields for this build. I really do. Alright, before we look at rewards, we're gonna go to town and we're gonna sell all this and disenchant it all and...
How can I advise?
So the cultists... Thank you.
Okay, always, 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 on a hardcore character, take the stupid Sapphire Charm. You will regret not taking the Sapphire Charm when you try to get through Act 1. It will help you realize quite quickly exactly why everybody tells you. Man, I wish that wasn't such a useless enchantment early on.
Please, take. I will treasure it. It seems shadows haunt us both.
Alright, and we will take this spirit gem here shortly. Oof. Alright. With me using a charge. I can't wait to see what these are going to be. Prevented by your armor or other sources. Using the skill releases the stored damage. I mean, that could be interesting. The magma barrier could also work, but not until we get the other... not until we get the resonating shield where we're actually banging on our shield. Alright. I'm gonna go this way. This might be the wrong way. That's okay. I can be wrong. I'd rather make a wrong choice than sit and fret over. Alright, we got junk to pick up on the ground. And ritual rewards. Okay, I mean, you have to take the Exalt. Right? Like, that's just... Right? There's no world in which you don't take the Exalt.
Greetings.
Somebody's gonna say in the YouTube comment, "Hey, you should have." And be like, "Really?"
It seems shadows haunt us both.
All right, we need to check her for another scepter.
Please, take your time.
Level 5. I mean, it's within our budget. Easily. I wish there was a way to gamble to upgrade the, not quality, the base level of this item.
hope it helps.
All right,
seems
we are
shocking
so
how this
dependent
works.
on that item. I cannot imagine not doing that. There we go. +1 level to minion skills. That was... Allies in your presence will increase critical damage bonus. We're going to hit one more on it just because we have the materials and it's hardcore. Dang! Allies in your presence deal extra attack damage, extra cold damage, critical damage bonus, regenerate life, +1 to all minion skills. Yikes. And that's level 14. We're level 13 at half. So we're going to put this in here so that I can forget that it's there and cry about it later when I remember and it's too late because it's no longer useful. At least I'm honest with myself, right?
A beautiful murder! Image!
Nice. Let's go. Did I turn on the swarm? Shame on me, bro. I know better. I could have swore I saw something gold up there, but I'm colorblind, so, you know, it could have been literal trick of the light. Oh, that's why we're going so long in the tooth here. Very nice. And gloves. All right. And we're just kind of traveling along the outer edge here. We're looking for all the different nodes that are around. There's really only one node here, and that's a crop circle. And it's more just a loot pinata. But we definitely take those. Just making sure I wasn't leaving something behind. Here we are. What did I say about the crop circle? I think loot pinata was the words I used. I know, I think that's pretty accurate. Is there anything else here? All right, we're going to take the upgraded charge because we are using it a lot. And then... Contagion or Unearth? I really think Unearth. We're doing so much with minions right now. So many minion nodes. The extra minion is more important than the extra chaos damage, I think. I could also be wrong. You know, there's that. Brunick doesn't really know. All right, and we still need to find the loot. Not like the instrument. That loot. We need to find the other kind too, but Okay, we are picking up the superior wand. We are holding on to the superior wand until the forge to disenchant it. Now, the reason for that, superior martial weapons are exceptionally common. That's not fair. They're reasonably common. Socketed weapons, common. Superior armor, relatively common. It is exceptionally rare, in my experience, to find superior wands or scepters. So anytime I see them, I go out of my way. Oh, there's the little wisp of light thing that we hate chasing. Because why does your self-preservation suck so bad, little light? Why you gotta do it in the grass where I can't see? Alright, we're gonna check these gloves. Oh yeah. I hate to get rid of the rarity, but everything about that is superior to what we had on. Except for the increased rarity. Oh, I have more skill points. Okay, minions deal 30% increased damage if you've hit recently. Is that going to count? Any damage that isn't damage over time is hit damage. Okay, so my little bone thing should give me a permanent or a 30% bonus to minion damage, just because it's a hit. Hey, we'll take those. Where's the loot? Okay, it's gotta be here somewhere? Question mark? I'm confused. Okay. I don't want to get caught running with a drink in my hand.
Death and decay.
Man, those arsonists make me happy. Why did I wait so long to play with them? Oh, here's the loot box.
Ah, the girl's loot. But dear me, what a desperately boring home.
Don't be so picky. We got the loot. Seeing if there's anything else. Oh, that was so close to bad. That would have been death. Had any of those arrow shots hit? Far safer. More annoying too, but safer. All right. Whew. Well, I guess we're not going that way. Checkpoint. We probably should just checkpoint teleport, but I don't think I got the checkpoint here because I don't see it on the map. I did not. Shame on Brunick. So I would have just gotten frustrated with myself trying.
Even the darkest corner is ablaze. How festive. Bye!
Owl festering? What? Go, my army. Wow, that was a lot in there. Alright, we're doing this quickly, not necessarily because we want to do it quickly, but because the more minions we have
I think not.
at any given moment, the more powerful we are. We had a good clump right there. Always take those fights immediately. Just in case. Okay, yeah, we're pretty full. I'm sure most of it's junk, but I want to not forget the wand. Because again, that's just something that you don't
You must
see.
infiltrate them.
I know. Okay, stash. Superior attuned wand. Oh, we leveled. Hey guys, y'all forgot to remind me. Okay, did we lose? We still have 2 arsonists. Okay, we lost access to Ravenous Swarm. Let me try to do this. That got Ravenous Swarm back up. We're down to 2 warriors now, but that's okay. Hello, Freena. Okay. Wait and have 20 to 30 minutes. Okay.
You found my... I think I should...
I guess now she'll start playing songs. Best get out of here soon.
I feel that in my soul. That's pretty good. We're gonna have a hard time beating that. The face mask is not bad. That's useless. We're gonna hold on to that because we already have the other to disenchant.
Stay safe if you can.
2 skill points. That's gonna go along. Why are these? No, get rid of those. Oh, I didn't even look and see what essence we got. Guaranteed lightning damage modifier. So that won't do us any good because technically we're not using a weapon. By every stat in the game, we do not have a weapon. All right, and then we're going to head over. Hang on, I want to see. Damage with hits. So we also need to go this way if we're going to keep the arsonists, because the arsonists are doing fire damage and are igniting pretty consistently. So I actually feel like that node is very valuable. Damage with hits against enemies afflicted by ailments. 10%. Okay, so we want to go this direction for increased damage with hits against people with ailments. That's actually going to help like our boss clear and things of that nature significantly. Because everything will just do more damage. Because everything is a hit. All right, we're going to check real quick for shields, and then we're going to go back.
Anything take your fancy?
Anything take my fancy? No shields of value.
Till next time.
Okay. Excuse me.
Infection! I will put you down!
Yeah, I think it's okay that we drop the other warrior. I don't think it's hurting us much.
Death is my power to wield.
We're gonna go this way. Maybe. You missed, little piggy. We are looking for the blacksmith shop and hammer. We do kind of need to keep our eyes peeled, and we need to make sure that we collect that. It's a side quest, technically, but you really don't want to do without it. The sooner you get it, the better off you'll be long term, because the more you can disenchant things further into more crafting components, so you personally can do a better job making your own gear. Very nice. We're going back because we're not full, but I also don't want to forget.
Quickly.
We're going to grab that wand. That headpiece right there. Turn this into Renly. Let's do that right there.
My tool. If you find a pond out there, do bring it back.
Nice. Pieces of stuff.
Yes?
We're going to disenchant the gold. Heck, we're going to disenchant it all.
B.
Cash. All right. These Arcanists etchers, maybe it's just me, in every run I've done in Solo Self-Found, I can't find them.
Is mine.
Like, heaven forbid I actually want to, you know, superiorize weapons and armor all the time. Superiorize, I think I made that word up.
Creation.
But everything else, man.
Death and decay.
Oh, my brain said they connected. The map said they didn't, but my brain said they did. I love how the Arcanist bombs are almost always aimed at where I'm charging. So that when I make impact, so do the bombs. Things just stun. This is one of the most gruesome things in any of these games ever.
You should have been burned at the stake.
I can't believe that stayed in.
will take you, bastard!
My would-be executioner.
To run.
Oh yeah, there is, buddy. There's plenty of places to run. You underestimate my ability to run.
The guillotine drops. You coward.
And so, who is the true master of death?
That really was barely a fight. I mean, y'all don't need to tell the game that. I don't need to die this soon. Talk to her. We're only a couple of levels out of Act 2.
The manor must be near.
Let's head back to town. Again, we want to make sure that we're putting everything away, especially as things get more and more dangerous.
What have you learned?
I'm not necessarily terribly concerned about this particular fight. Yes, level 5 gems.
Bye.
Alright. Which means we should be able to get Resonating Shield. Now, this is kind of what this build was supposed to be doing. This is where things are going to get interesting. So our objective is going to be to charge in with the shield, with our minions. And then to start banging on our shield. Now, Brunick, why? Here's why. Okay? So, this thing is already going to break their armor. Based on how much armor I have. We're going to make it break more armor. Then, on top of making it break more armor, that's what I was looking for. Armor Explosion. Supported skills trigger an explosion when they fully break an enemy's armor. If I throw down Contagion, I charge in, and I start banging on this shield, that's game. Like, everything's dead. Maybe even including me. But you know what? That'll be the fun.
It is good to see you. Be careful.
Death and decay!
Oh, nothing here. Yep, nothing here.
A lovely creature.
Now, as a note, while you're using Resonating Shield, you are also holding up your shield. You do have to watch this stun meter down here. Oops.
I will master the darkness.
Also, because our Bone Strike does physical damage, the more armor we can break, the better. Ah! That was not necessarily where I wanted to be, but it worked. Alright, and we have the Abyssal Coffer. We almost died there to some kind of dot that I wasn't paying attention to. I'll bet it was on the floor. That's why I didn't see it. Do we want to keep indexing that way, or do we want to go further upfield here? Let's go this way. I would like to validate my thoughts and parking on this one. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't work. That's okay. All right, we'll get our little minion army here going. Wow, she's shading on somebody's work. It's crazy to me how easy it is for me to be late to the party. Alright, we're going to start taking everything with a socket, more so than most things. Okay, I think I need to rearrange some of these skills. I think I'm getting them backwards. Let me try swapping these two and see. Let me see how that feels.
Whatever's in here, I'm taking it.
All right, that felt better. What's that mole? Oh. 2 level to all melee skills almost makes up for how bad that is. Almost. Level 5 skill. Do we want more arsonists? Or stronger arsonists? Contagion's currently level 3. Upping it to 5 doubles the amount of damage it does at base. Or do we want the minions stronger? This is such a big pop-up. We've got to go that way. This is definitely working better than it should. Alright, remember that we want as much going on as we can anytime we're going to fight a boss or anything of that nature. I'm not sure what that is, but that looks bad.
None can oppose me.
Armor and energy shield? Might be worth looking at, but right now we're still so weak. I'm not necessarily stressing about. Oh. Did not realize we were fixing a level again. Okay. We're really blitzing through this. I know this is probably not the fastest clear, but especially for how slow our initial boss kills were, This is kind of fast. And if I can remember to keep up with all my minions...
Putrefy.
I am having a little bit of trouble remembering to keep everything going. Specifically, keeping the contagion up is hard. Because if I don't cast the spell to get kills, I have to remember to cast it after the kills, the bone spell, to be able to make them... Oh. Very nice, very nice. I need to look at what those are once we get there. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Okay, where is our exit? Because that was the only fight we needed here. Correct? I think so. We're going to pick that up and see if that's any good. Brunick, where are you going? Of course, we hit the smallest pixel. Aha.
Aren't you beautiful?
Oh, we did manage to squeeze through. I didn't think it was going to let me. Checkpoint. All right. Final part of Act 1.
Here I come, big bad wolf.
An additional unique item? A unique
think not.
charm. Okay. That doesn't seem that OP for a unique. Am I completely blanking on the potential? Is that what's happening? Is my brain just completely missing something? %15 reduced charges on use. Grants a power charge. I mean, maybe the grants a power charge thing is a big deal, but it's not for my build, so I'm not really stressed. I don't know.
How can I be of it?
We're going to equip it anyway, especially because I don't see any value in it. I know that probably sounds backwards to literally everybody, but I promise you it makes sense. All right, resonating shield is good. Contagion. Is there anything here we need to do with contagion? The cooldown could be interesting. We don't want it to be less duration. We definitely don't want brutality. I don't know. I don't see anything sticking out to me as like, hey, you really need to do this. So instead, we're going to go over here. We're going to do Last Grasp for the minions, for the skeleton warriors. It literally, the only objective of Last Grasp is to keep them on their feet for as long as humanly possible. Or inhumanly possible. Nope. Not worth it for that. Not worth it for that at all.
Sorry, I was just...
That is definitely worth it. Oh, that's a lot of energy shield. Okay. Fire resist, lightning resist. We might switch over. We'll keep looking at it. Lightning resist. It's sad that that's such a bad start.
Stay safe if you can.
Okay, we're going to put this here. Again, not necessarily because we intend to use it, but it's just one of those things of, hey, this is a reasonably powerful item on a world where when you die, you lose everything you're wearing. So... And nothing has value unless it's useful to you directly, because you can't sell anything. Or trade for anything. Sitting here walking on the frickin' bad ground. I would make a joke about bad MMO players and bad habits, but I don't ever feel like I was a bad MMO player. Nothing there. There's not going to be anything there, so we go with the only exit available. We're going to stick to this right-hand wall. Well. Can we just like... Can we dungeon crawler Carl this and just kick something over the side?
He's even more insane than when we last met.
I want to get in there, but I don't want to mess with the messed up ground because I'm too frail for that. Is this a second abyssal area? We're not. Yep. We're not crazy enough. Do I don't even know if I have a belt at the moment. That tells you how out of sorts I am on this build. Yeah, we found one. Okay. It sucks, but we found one. Let's see if this one's any better. I mean, marginally, maybe. Probably not. No. Okay. I want to go over here. There's a boss I always miss here. I want to make sure I uncover everything. I don't want to miss Mr. Melty Face. Well. The bombs from the arsonist just keep coming. Man, I feel like we are on a journey here, and I feel like we're getting nowhere with that journey. Stairs? My stupid self assumed the stairs would be way over here. Because that was kind of the direction the dungeon felt like it was leaning. Wrong button, Brunick. Nice little shield. The armor is so low, though. All right, inventory management. We're gonna clear this hallway. Like I said, I intend to clear everything. I don't like missing optional bosses and things like that because there are actual bonuses that you get. And on hardcore mode, it's one more opportunity for you to be like, okay, yeah, I figured that out. Hey, that works. Before you hit the real tests. Here's what we were looking for.
First ones, hear
What a
our
delightfully
laments.
sacrilegious
Sanity
creature.
recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover
Putrefy.
above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits, poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Dude.
I simply must have my own one of those someday.
That is so working. Yeah, who wants to miss 20 extra hit points for free?
No.
20 extra permanent hit points.
What have you learned?
That and I feel so much stronger now than I did before I went.
Hello.
Okay. The stun threshold can be useful to us. I need to go check the salvage bench before. So that I can get those materials. Those materials trump the others.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
Again, especially in a run like this. 24% increased damage with hits against enemies affected with elemental ailments. 30% increased chance to afflict ailments against rare unique enemies. I feel like that's not the wrong thing to do. Maybe I'm wrong. And then we'll alternate strength and intelligence up to here and then start really wrecking with minions. 20% resistances, 25% faster when they do die. And then a little bit of increased damage in there. The increased area of effect is going to be massive. What is this one? Minion duration. Volatility. I hadn't even looked at some of these. Yes, we're building this blind. Oh. Oh. Excuse me? Gigantic minions have 20% more life, 20% more damage, and 20% increased size. All your minions are gigantic. So that we need to be aiming for that pretty heavily. Resists for the minions so they can live. Chaos resistance. Physical damage is chaos damage. And then, of course, up here. Reservation efficiency, that's nice. Area of effect. Chaos resistance, damage reduction. So yeah, we're headed up this general direction. For sure. For sure. We'll see if we get far enough. All right, that was what we were looking for. Is there anything closer? No. Because, of course, there's no checkpoint on that. Why would you do that? That would make sense. Hoof it. All the way back down here to these stairs.
A lovely creature! Emerge!
Nice. Superior plate. Hopefully. I wonder how that'll prioritize disenchant. Definitely odd. I will hit a good stopping point and the time I gave you pretty much at the same time if you'll just be patient with me. It'll be really close. I'm also assuming that Shield Slam is counting as a hit. Which should make my minions do more damage. I really wish they would do something about the length of time some of these pools stay up. It's rather silly. Scroll of wisdom. Did we dead end here? Really? I was all convinced that was going to be a way out.
Gimme.
Oh, didn't work this time. That was kind of silly. It was a good chest, though, for so little. Alright, we're probably going to have to go back here in a little bit because we're probably going to be close to full. That's a door, not stairs, which will always be a loot room like this. There's lore dumps in those rooms. I think there's generally 2 of them. As I tried to run through a solid wall that I knew was a solid wall. Alright, stairs. Nice, a skill gem. La-di-da. Tiptoe through. Oh, that got close. What is with all of the essences? I am not mad. Okay, I just want to make sure that we're clear. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to understand. That's a lot of essences. Alright. We are making good progress. Now, one of the things we're going to really want to try to do, I don't know how the contagion buff or debuff, however you want to look at that, is counted. So when we get down here,
Gruesome.
I'm going to try to get as many of these things dead as I can without using Unearth, so that while he's on his dialogue trip, I can hold off and then summon them. I could have swore there were more. Okay, there are.
Husband, this interloper has the power we need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promise.
Because he sits there and yaps for a hot minute.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Not if I take yours first.
Easy prey. You'll pay with your life. You dare mock me. Easy. Oriana, open the cage.
Oh.
Release the beast.
He's already at half?
Give me what you promised.
I think not. I've spent so much more.
We almost died right there, chat.
To do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye.
You manipulative whore. How dare you abandon me? After all
Come on.
I've given you.
The problem is, he sits here and yaps while he's attacking you this entire time.
Freeze
where you can't hurt him and he can hurt you. And I really don't like that as a design decision.
The air grows colder. Agnar the wound. Agnar the impaler. As swift as death.
Now we can't block the next one or we get heavy stunned. But our stun meter's going back down.
Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins soon chilled. Agnar shall slay again. Solstice of pain.
Oh.
I smell your blood. Desolation. I will take out your heart.
I'm hoping that in going and hitting every once in a while on that, it's going to keep... I don't know how the armor strip mechanics work.
Desolation.
We're going to take one more.
I smell your blood.
Easy.
And I am ravenous.
We're full.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment.
I wonder if they complain if you leave like the other guy did.
The madness.
No? One of the characters in Act 4, if you leave early while he's doing his little thing, he'll actually complain about it.
Do whatever it takes.
He'll be like, all right then, I guess you'll learn about that later somehow. I love that they added that to the game. It makes me so incredibly happy. Okay, hang on. First things first, Brunick. These materials are more important. So, we start with those. Then we go grab these. I don't always see the superior or the other markings. Alright, y'all, that is Act 1 complete. And that was definitely not an atrocious clear. Like, I didn't feel like that was a painful clear at all. It might have been painful to watch.
Quickly.
Did we not get any loot because we didn't stay? Well, that'll teach me. Damn. Okay, GGG. I got greeted, I guess.
How can I advise you?
All right, chat. We're going to go to Act 2.
The Countess has escaped with the beast.
And this is going to be where we stop for the night.
This outpost. Do whatever.
This was an ideal place to go ahead and give it a stop for the night. This has been... We had some interesting moments in that run, but so far everything's going well. We have some really nice gear. We have some really nice stuff. We have some really placeholder trash gear too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what all we can make happen here. Thank y'all so much for being here as always. I really do enjoy doing this and having people here to talk to see, to get feedback from. It's actually amazing, and I do appreciate it. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of y'all's night, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. If my kids would like to play with me, we'll be playing a multiplayer game of some kind. If not, I will probably come right back to this, because I am interested to see how far down this path we can get. I am guessing I'm probably going to crash out in Act 3. There's one particular fight I'm thinking of, the Viper lady with the spear and the thing of soldiers. I have a very hard time with her fight. But anyway, I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your evening.